Welcome friends, welcome to this video lecture. In this video, we will discuss about assignment solution of week 12 of subject NPTEL antenna, and the name of the topic or name of the video is parabolic reflector antenna. So in this video, we will discuss some MCQs and examples of parabolic reflector antenna of previous 3 years assignment solution of antenna. First, let's start. For a corner reflect antenna with corner angle of 40 degree, what is the number of image will be? Okay, so for reflector antenna, the number of images is equal to 360 degree divided by alpha minus 1. So this alpha is nothing but the corner angle. So 360 divided by 40 minus 1, that is equal to 9, minus 1, that is equal to 8. So the answer is D. For fixed angle corner reflector antenna, the distance between feed from the corner mainly affects what? So generally in corner reflector antenna, the distance from the corner feed that generally affects the main lobe and major lobe of the antenna. That means it is affecting the radiation pattern of antenna. Okay, its FBR, that is forward to backward ratio, as well as half power beam width, granting lobes, all are going to be affected if the distance of feed from the corner is affected. So the answer is B. Prime focus parabolic reflector antenna is to be designed at 2.45 GHz. So frequency is given to you, gain is given to you 30 dBi, efficiency is also given 0.70. What is the diameter of reflector antenna? So this is the gain and efficiency also given to you. Okay, so this is the equation of directivity, that is equal to 4 pi AE by lambda square, where what is AE? AE is nothing but the aperture area, which is equal to pi d square by 4. Okay, so this is the equation of directivity. Okay, 4 pi by lambda square multiplied by pi d square by 4, where d is nothing but the diameter that we have to find. Okay, lambda is the operating wavelength, that is equal to c by f. So f is given to you, calculate lambda. And what is directivity in terms of gain and bandwidth? So directivity is nothing but gain divided by efficiency. Okay, so gain is given to you 30 dBi, so you convert into real number, that is equal to 10:3, that is 1000. So gain is 1000, eta, it is efficiency, is 0.7. Directivity is nothing but gain divided by efficiency, and that is equal to this entire thing. Okay, so you put the value of lambda, gain and directivity, you will get the value of diameter. So diameter, if you calculate, then you will get 1.47 meter. So the answer is B. If f by d ratio is 0.55, what is the value of aperture angle theta 0 of the reflector? So this is the equation to finding the aperture angle. So f is equal to d by 4 cot theta 0 by 2. So what is cos theta 0 by 2? That is equal to 4f by d, and f by d is given to you 0.54. So 4 multiplied by 0.55. Okay, so you will get this value. So cot theta 0 by 2, that is equal to 1 upon tan theta 0 by 2. So you will calculate tan theta 0 by 2, that is equal to this value. So what is theta 0 by 2? That is equal to tan inverse this range. Okay, so you will get 24 around. And what is theta 0? That is equal to 2 multiplied by that angle. So the answer is 48.9. So the answer is B. To improve the taper efficiency, the feed antenna should have, generally for taper, to increase the efficiency of antenna, you have to increase the gain, because gain is proportional to efficiency as well as directivity. So to increase the efficiency, it should have high gain. So the answer is A. For far field measurement of test antenna with maximum dimension D, minimum distance between reference antenna and the test antenna should be. So for far field measurement, this dimension D as well as distance, that is related by this equation 2d square by lambda 0. Okay, this is 2d square. Okay, so answer is A. To measure the input impedance of antenna, dash should be used. So generally vector analyzer is used to measure the input impedance of antenna and to find the forward power, reflected power. Okay, so vector analyzer generally used to measure the input impedance of antenna. So the answer is A. Spectrum analyzer cannot be used to measure. So spectrum analyzer generally used to measure the frequency response. Okay, so we have harmonic distortion, that means we have to analyze the frequency response. This is also related with frequency. Phase noise is also related with frequency, but S parameter has nothing to do with the frequency. Okay, so spectrum analyzer cannot be used to measure S parameter. Okay, which one of the following is not standard load during the calibration of 50 ohm vector network analyzer? So generally in vector network analyzer, open loop, short loop and 50 ohm are generally used to measure the calibration, but 25 ohm is not used. Okay, so answer is D. If the corner angle A of reflector antenna is reduced, it provides what? So if the corner angle, that means feed angle, is reduced, then definitely it provides the higher gain. Okay, it provides number of images. Okay, but bandwidth, half power bandwidth is reduced. So the answer is 1 and 2 only, both are correct. So answer is A. If the aperture angle of parabolic reflector antenna increase, then the aperture efficiency of the antenna is first increase and then saturates. Okay, generally the taper angle or aperture angle is nothing but the feed angle. If feed angle increase, then coverage area increase. Coverage area increase, that means directivity increase. But directivity is increased at the first stage. Okay, efficiency is also increasing, but after that it will be saturated. So the answer is D. Parabolic reflector antenna is designed with diameter of 1.8 meter. So diameter is given to you, frequency is also given to you. Due to some manufacturing problem, antenna efficiency is reduced to 40%. So what will be the approximate gain? So as we have discussed previously, directivity, that is equal to 4 pi AE by lambda square, where A is the aperture area, and which is equal to pi d square by 4. Okay, so now diameter is given to you, 1.8 meter. Lambda, that is C by F. From the frequency you can calculate lambda. Directivity is not given to you, that we have to find, but what you have to find is gain. So directivity is nothing but the gain divided by efficiency. Okay, so now efficiency is given to you 40%. Okay, so now you have to find out the directivity first. So directivity is nothing but this equation. You put value of diameter lambda, you will get the directivity, and directivity is nothing but gain divided by efficiency. So gain you have to find, so multiply efficiency with the directivity, you will get the value gain. So if you calculate, you will get 36 dBi in the gain. So answer is C. If antenna efficiency is improved to 70%, then approximate gain of this modified antenna will be what? So in previous case, we have already found the gain 1. Okay, that whatever gain in found in this MCQ part 1, that is the gain 1. So gain 1 is equal to efficiency multiplied by directivity. So this gain can be found for the efficiency of 40%. So that gain is equal to 40% efficiency multiplied by directivity. Okay, so this is the equation number 1. Similarly, gain 2, that is for this case, efficiency multiplied by directivity. So efficiency is 0.70% and directivity is already from the previous. Okay, this directivity is same for both the case. Okay, so you put all this directivity, both are same. So if you calculate the ratio, gain 1 divided by gain 2, that is equal to directivity both are getting to be cancelled. So 0.40 divided by 0.70. So gain 1 divided by gain 2 is equal to this equation. Okay, so gain 1 that we have already found in this part, put gain 1 this value in real number, and then you can calculate gain 2 and then into dB. So answer is 39.2 dBi. Okay, Kaiser-Jeng feed is generally used to increase the prime focus feed with parabolic reflector to affect which of the following factor. So generally Kaiser-Grain feed is used to place the feed at the convenient place for high power transmitter. So the answer is D. This is one of the unique application of Kaiser-Grain feed antenna in the parabolic reflector. So answer is D. Okay, so generally Kaiser-Grain feed is used for high power transmitter. It is also used for high power transmitter, high power application. So Kaiser-Grain feed is generally used to place the feed at the convenient place for high power transmitter. So Kaiser-Grain feed is generally used in conjunction with the parabolic reflector antenna to place the feed at the convenient point for high power application, high power transmitter. So answer is D. To measure the gain and radiation pattern of a test antenna, the reference antenna and test antenna must have what? So definitely, if both antenna having same frequency, then only you can measure the radiation pattern of the test antenna. Okay, so answer is C. Both must have resonance frequency of operation is same. Then only this is possible. So answer is C. So that's all from my side. I hope you have enjoyed my lecture. And so we are ending this NPTEL session because week 12 is covering. So in next lecture or in next video, in distance future, we will come up with some new subject, NPTEL solution of new subject like digital circuits or control system. So till then, be happy, be safe, be fearless, and keep faith in Almighty. Thank you very much.